With electronic cigarettes becoming popular in 2015, vaping has just recently become a huge epidemic among the youth. Their sleek designs, fun flavors, and the fact that they're easy to hide has sparked interest among many, and left users questioning what ingredients make up this addicting cigarette alternative. There are currently no standards for regulating vape juice, so we don't know what exactly is going into these products. Big vape companies are not regulated by the FDA, so they can put certain chemicals into vape juice and realistically get away with it.
For example, according to MD Anderson Cancer Center, there are many chemicals that go into this unregulated vape juice. A couple examples include formaldehyde, which is found in glue and embalming fluid, diethyl, which has been proven to cause lung disease, and benzene, a carcinogen linked to leukemia. These have all been found in the juice that goes into these e-cigarettes.
This shows that whoever is smoking these vape pens are ingesting these chemicals and potentially harming their bodies without even knowing it. Vape companies need to start regulating which chemicals go into e-cigarettes, starting with the FDA. Regulating these chemicals would make it much safer for minors and adults who use vape devices. These tobacco companies market vapes towards the youth while blurring the lines of reality of what the devices actually do. They achieve this by making youth-oriented flavors like churros and cotton candy. They get kids hooked on nicotine by luring them in with a variety of fruity flavors. These vape companies argue that e-cigarettes are solely made to help smokers try and quit cigarettes. What they don't mention is their need for nicotine increases. They're more likely to have a lifelong addiction.
Hi there, I'm Sergeant Sarcastic. I'm just hopping in here real quick today to show you a couple things that aren't marketed towards kids. Lucky Charms aren't marketed directly towards kids either. I mean, look at all these bright colors and this sugary cereal. Kids don't want something like that. Same thing applies to these energy drinks or even McDonald's Happy Meals. Same thing applies to vape juice. These flavors like cotton candy, Sour Patch Kids, and even Fruity Pebbles, these aren't marketed towards kids either. Thank you. Carry on.
I started vaping because of the pressures of everybody else around me. Everyone else was into it, so I decided why not, and I just started doing it. I started vaping mainly because I saw my friends doing it and was interested in what they were actually doing. I usually vape in either the school bathrooms or the locker room. I usually vape at my house or in the school bathrooms.
These individuals, who are all under the age of 18, are most likely experiencing some of those short-term effects, along with the unknown long-term effects of vaping. They are also likely setting themselves up for nicotine addiction, a hard barrier to overcome. In September of this year, the FDA issued a warning letter to Juul for marketing, advertising, and other tactics directed towards these consumers, like giving a presentation to kids at school. Another incident happened last year when the association carried out a spontaneous inspection of the company's San Francisco headquarters and seized thousands of documents related to illegally marketing towards the youth. For the company to take the next step with having these cartridges become safe through regulation, the FDA needs to take action legally and take this case further into investigating what is going into these vape pens. As of now, Juul Labs have decided to stop advertising their e-cigarettes in the United States, and it has also announced that its chief executive officer is stepping down from its role as head of the company because of many vape-related diseases and injuries becoming more and more apparent amongst consumers.
I started vaping to try to quit smoking cigarettes because they're really bad for you, and I was told that vaping was not as bad for you. I used to vape. I don't vape anymore. I stopped vaping for a variety of reasons, but I vaped a lot because it didn't seem as strong as cigarettes. Vaping is very bad for people. Of course, it's something new. They are a lot of alternatives to nicotine, but the problem is that they're just as addictive. So I've been smoking since I was 12 years old when I went to White Hill. And I used to meet one of my friends before school, and we would have coffee and cigarettes at the 7-Eleven. I don't think people understand how addicting nicotine is and how quickly you get addicted to it. It's not something like caffeine. I mean, nicotine is incredibly addictive. There are a lot of vapes that have flavors that I guess you can say are directed towards youths. My boyfriend is about 28, and he would be the type to buy something flavored. So I don't know if it's necessarily all directed at youth. I think it's maybe directed at a certain young demographic, for sure.
Vape products have been proven to have harmful effects due to the chemicals and levels of nicotine that are included in the vape juice component. Regulating these levels and stopping the youth-oriented marketing tactics will help not only the youth, but everybody else who's a slave to this epidemic.